Lucy and today I'm going to be doing another A Box of Stories unboxing. I'm so excited for this. So if you haven't seen my last unboxing, I will link it down below. But A Box of Stories is a book subscription box where you get 4 surprise books in a genre that you choose. So you can have historical fiction, YA, lighter reads, crime and thriller. There's so many different ones and you can choose to have it every month, every 2 months, every 3 months or every 6 months I believe. And you can pause it at any time and you can also swap your boxes so you don't have to have the same box every month. So I have a £4 discount code down below, so please check that out if you are interested. Last time I got the YA box, but this time I've got the historical fiction box because I feel like trying more historical fiction and I don't really know where to start. So I felt like this would be good because then I can find some new reads. So I was really impressed with my last box. So let's see what I think of this box. I'm really excited and I'm hoping that there are some short historical fictions because I recently read quite a long one and I feel like I would like some smaller ones. So, okay. So here is the box and let's open it. Okay, I've got rid of the tape. Okay, let's do this. It is really well packaged, so that's great. Ooh, I think I can see a hardcover. Okay, and this looks different to last time. Okay, so if you didn't see my last video, A Box of Stories can look at your Goodreads and see what you've read. And they handpick books for you that have been rated well by other readers, but are not necessarily popular books that got on the bestseller list. So it really helps because a lot of books that do not sell well just get thrown away. So they can help by giving you these books so they find a new home, which is great. So let's take the tissue. Ooh. Okay, let's have a look at this. Okay, so it just says, congratulations, you've uncovered 4 hidden gems and saved 4 amazing books from being lost forever. So that makes me feel really good. And this is pretty. Okay, so let's have a look. Ooh, okay. Oh my God. Okay guys, sorry, I just got to show you this. There are 3 hardback books in here. Like, stunning. Oh my God. So in my last box, I actually got a hardcover that was signed. So, okay, let's have a look. So this one is False Lights by K.J. Whittaker. What if Napoleon had won the Battle of Waterloo? And on the back it says, Crow reached for his hip flask and contented himself with a scalding shot of cognac. Before holding the flask to Miss Harewood's lips, somewhat to his surprise, she didn't protest but took a swallow and straightened herself to her full height, tall and queenly in a sodden gown, and Crow could not escape the notion that he had met his match. Okay, so Cornwall 1817. Napoleon has crushed the Duke of Wellington at the Battle of Waterloo, and his ex-wife Josephine presides over French-occupied England. Cornwall erupts into open rebellion and young heiress Hester escapes with Crow, Wellington's former intelligence officer. A half-French aristocrat haunted by his part in the catastrophic defeat. Together they become embroiled in a web of treachery and espionage as plans are laid to free Wellington from secret captivity in the Sicily Islands and lead an uprising against the French occupation. In a country rife with traitors, Hester and Crow know it is impossible to play such a game as this for long. Okay, so this seems really interesting. It seems like they are going to try and help Wellington to escape, and there may be a romance and some spy stuff. So it does sound interesting. And this is $14.99 usually. So this whole box, I think they recently increased their prices by a couple pounds. So I think it's now £22, but with the discount it's 18. So I would really recommend checking it out because, yeah, already I have one that's £15 and that's just one book. So, okay, so how many pages is this? Oh, stunning blue. So this is 456 pages, so it's quite long, but this does look really pretty. I'm going to see what it looks like underneath. Okay, so it's just plain. Oh, this is nice though. Okay, so interesting. Let's check out the first line of the book because I do want to do that for each of these. Last time I did a try chapter, but this time I'm just going to read the first sentence. Okay, so we've got like a little information sheet and then part 1. Hester killed her first man at Castle Briar. Okay. So Hester is an heiress and she's killed someone. Okay. I love the cover. It's really nice. It makes me think of Poldark, if you've seen that series. The ship and the rocks and the waves. It looks lovely. Okay, so let's look at the next book. So I haven't actually heard of any of these books. I know there are some popular historical fiction authors, but I've never heard of any of these ones. So let me know if you have. So this one is The Song of Peterloo by Caroline O'Brien. And this says, Manchester 1819, prices are high and wages are low, but as the poor become poorer, the rich are alarmed by their calls for reform. Makes me think of Poldark. Mill worker Nancy Kay struggles to support her ailing mother and sensitive son. Desperate to provide for them, she is inspired to join the growing agitation. But as she risks everything to attend a great assembly on St. Peter's Field, Nancy is unaware that the day will go down in history. Ooh, not as a triumph, but as tragedy, the Peterloo Massacre. This is one woman's story of belief in change, pierced together by her family and friends, and the two men who share her momentous summer. A story of hope and sacrifice, and above all, courage. Ooh. This feels emotional already. And recently, in my last book, I got Maggot Moon, which was an alternative historical fiction, and it was quite emotional, and it really stuck with me, even though I only gave it like 3.5 stars. So I'm feeling that kind of vibes from this, and it's a short read. Let's look how many pages. 376, so that's not too bad. And let's have a look at the first sentence. So there's another little information bit. Okay, so the first sentence isn't very interesting. It says, a lot of folk are talking about it again, though talking's never really been for me. Okay. It seems like it follows different perspectives. Mary and Water, maybe someone else, because it did say there were two men. Okay, so I'm going to pick up the one that is interesting me the most at the moment, because this cover, oh my gosh. Okay, so it's called Court of Lions by Jane Johnson. And on the back, it's just praise. So, oh, and Diana Gabaldon's on there. It says, an engrossing romance, ooh, of clashing cultures and wonderful characters. And Diana Gabaldon's the author of Outlander, which I didn't personally like, but very popular author. And this says, sweeping between the past and present. Oh my God, guys. Oh my God. So, I recently read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which is set in the past and the present and follows one person's life. And I loved it so much. I gave it 5 stars. And I was looking for more books like that. So I have picked up a few. But, ooh, yes. So it says, this is a cracking and engaging read that will leave you looking at the world a little differently. Ooh, that's exactly what I would like. Ooh, and there's a map underneath the dust jacket. Lovely. There's even a little bookmark. And there's a map, which is really cool. So let's have a look what it is exactly about. It's a very long synopsis, so I'll just read a quick bit. Kate Fordham arrived in the sunlit city of Granada over a year ago. In the shadow of the beautiful Alhambra palaces, she works as a waitress serving tourists in a busy bar. She pretends she's happy with her new life, but fate is about to bring Kate face to face with her greatest fear. 5 centuries ago, oh, that's a big gap, a mysterious message on a stolen scrap of paper was hidden in one of the Alhambra's walls. There it has lain undisturbed by the tides of history. The fall of Granada, the expulsion of its last sultan, until Kate discovers it. Born of love, in a time of danger and desperation, Kate's discovery will be the catalyst that changes her life forever. Okay, sounds really interesting. And that makes me think a bit of Letters to Juliet, with Finding a Letter from the Past, which is one of my favourite films. So, yes, I'm getting good vibes from this. And how many pages is this? 394. And it has further reading as well, which is interesting to see. So let's read the first sentence. Okay, so this seems like it's telling you all the people, all the characters in the book, which is quite interesting. So that would be useful to go back to. It seems like there's a lot of characters, so I hope I don't get confused with that. And it says, Kate Granada now, so between past and present. Kate didn't consider herself a vandal. Ooh. I kind of want to keep reading on, but I need to look at the last book. But this seems really interesting, and I don't know what I want to pick up first, but okay. And I didn't say, this book is $8.99 and this one is $18.99. Wow, okay. So we're going to add up the prices at the end. And the last book is The Death of the Fronzak by Neil Asherson. Okay, so this is the cover that appeals to me the least, but it does look very historical. So on the back we have praise for, I assume, this author's other books, and it says, "This is an unforgettable recreation of life in wartime and of the tragic fate of Poland in the 20th century. A novel about sabotage, betrayal, and the terrible sadness of exile." Oh, okay. I think this is going to be emotional. But I do want to know a lot more about what happened to the Polish during the war, because I feel like we didn't really get much of that in our education, and there's a lot that we didn't learn about different people and what happened to them. So we only really got taught a lot of the more famous stuff and not all the other things that went on. So this will be quite interesting. So it says, in 1940, during the Phoney War, okay, I don't know what that is, a French ship blows up in the Firth of Clyde. The disaster is witnessed by Jackie, a young girl who for a time thinks she caused the explosion by running away that day from school, by her mother Helen, a spirited woman married to a dreary young officer, and by a Polish soldier whose country has just been erased from the map by Stalin and Hitler. Their lives and the lives of many others are changed by the death of the Fronzak. This is a story of divided loyalties, treachery and exile, about people in flight from the destinies that seemed to be theirs before the war disrupted the world they knew. Whew. Okay, I think this is going to be another emotional read. And, oh, this looks nice underneath the dust jacket. Let's see how many pages it is. 393, so not too bad. And the author is a journalist and historian. He reported from Asia, Africa and Central Europe for The Observer. Okay, so he should hopefully know what he's talking about. So I'm hoping this is a good portrayal of what happened. So this is also $18.99. So if we add this up, so I think all of these books new would cost £62. And with the discount, I got this box for a lot lower than that. So yes, definitely recommend this box. So I've got 3 hardbacks, and I just remembered I didn't read the first sentence of this because I got too excited. So let's have a quick look. So it says, this story begins in the town of Greenock in western Scotland in the first year of the Second World War. Oh, so I wonder why it's in Scotland. So that would be interesting. So yes, which one am I most excited to read? I do not know. I feel like I'm really excited to read these two personally because this is a romance and sounds really interesting with the past and the present. And this shows more of a different side of the war that I haven't really learned about and I want to learn more about. So I'm really interested in reading those. I'm not sure about this one, but I think it will be interesting. So I am interested to pick this up as well. And then this one, I don't know what this is going to be like, but I do want to check it out. And it's a nice short read. So I am really happy with this, and I've never heard of any of these books. So if you've read any of these, please let me know what you thought. But I am excited to pick these up. Look how nice this looks. Like 3 beautiful hardbacks with different colours. And oh, I'm so impressed with that. And yeah, these books would have cost me a lot if I'd bought them from a shop. So wow, I got them for so much less, and I've got 3 hardbacks. I will probably be doing reading vlogs for these books, so stay tuned for that, and I hope that you will enjoy them. So I am super excited to put these books on my shelf and to check them out, and I'm just really happy with this little stack. This is amazing. I'm really pleased with this. So yes, I hope that I will love them, and I'm really happy. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please let me know in the comments if you've read any of these books or if you have any recommendations for me. And please feel free to like, comment and subscribe if you would like to. All of my links are down in the description box if you'd like to check them out. And please feel free to check out my other videos if you would like to. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in another video soon. Bye!